Well, I'll never forget the first sale I ever made as a technician. I just changed a 5-ton compressor on the roof of a building in downtown Seattle. And the owner of the building was writing out a check, and he was complaining about the cost. And I said, yeah. I said, only the good die young. He said, excuse me? I said, well, it never should have died. It was only 4 years old. You didn't change the filters. You never replaced the belts. You didn't do any maintenance. Didn't clean the coils. I said, the real sad part of your story, though, is there's 9 other units just waiting to die just like it because of neglect. He goes, well, what are you saying? I said, look, you do what you want. I said, it's your building. But I discovered a long time ago, when you speak in the first person, it has a powerful way to influence other people. I said, if this was my mother's building, what I'd tell her is, Ma, you got to let me clean the coils. You got to let me change the filters, replace the belts, whatever costs me to do that's more than made up in extending your equipment's life and lowering your costs. And just then my pager went off. We called them beepers. Pagers were these things that we had. B-E-E-P-E-R-S, beepers, yeah. And when they look just like this, actually, and they go off when you go, I've got to get to a payphone, like Superman. That's what we used to do. Payphones with these glass boxes. And you kept, like, quarters in your pocket, Well, you kept dimes. Quarters. Old, middle age. Look, I got the boss skags. Someone loaned me a dime on my phone, but yeah, I heard about that. Let's not get carried away here. So all of that to say, pay attention to the words you use. Ask me how I'm doing. Oh, I'm on a roll. Everything's working in my world. Now, what's wrong with that picture? But the words were right, but the body language was all wrong. Ask me again. Go ahead. Just terrible. Thinking about ending it all, Cubby. Oh, yeah. Now, what's wrong with that picture? It doesn't match. One more time.
How are you doing?
If I was doing any better, I'd be twins. Giddy up. Oh, yeah. My friend Doug was 92 when I met him. I said, Doug, how are you? He said, I'm sold. I don't even buy green bananas anymore. But he wasn't done yet. He goes, I'm sold. I remember when the Dead Sea was sick. I thought, that's why he's 92. He's got a whole different attitude than the rest of us. Good Lord. So your homework for the weekend is this. When somebody says, how are you? Change the message. Change the narrative. Change it to, I'm fabulous. If I was doing any better, I'd be twins. I'm fluctuating between sensational and extraordinary, and I just haven't had my coffee yet, so I expect it to get better. But I just keep drifting back and forth. Words trigger pictures and bring about emotion. Change the words and change your life. There's actually a book entitled by a school teacher. He did a whole study on words. It was amazing. And first you form habits, and they form you. Fold your arms. Which arm's on top? Is it safe to say that if I asked you to fold your arms 100 times, you would do it this way every time? So, ergo, it's a habit, right? Now, fold them the other way. I don't like that at all. That's just wrong on so many levels. Some of you have already unfolded and went back to the other way. Sit there the wrong way. Everything you want is just outside your comfort zone. Oh, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Unassertive salespeople have skinny kids. You can't be shy. You got to ask for what you want. My wife and I have a deal. The deal is, if she chooses the movie, I get to pick dinner. And then we switch. And one night it was her turn to choose the movie, and she said, we're going to see Eat, Pray, Love at the Edmonds Theater. This was me walking to the theater. I forgot all this stuff. Right? I get to the theater, she makes a beeline for the bathroom. A woman I did not know comes up and she goes, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. And she grabbed my arm and I went, ah. And just then her husband comes out of the bathroom. She goes, see, honey, there's another man here. I looked at him and he's like, help me. And I went. So I stuck my head in the theater to see how many dudes were there. No dudes. 17 dudettes. I didn't like the eating, I didn't like the praying, I didn't like the loving. And this was me walking home. I was going to plug in Die Hard, get that taste out of my mouth. Fellas, by a show of hands, show the woman in your life your commitment to Die Hard. Raise your hand if you've seen it more than 5 times. Yeah. Look around, ladies. 10. You own it, and if you see it on TV, you'll still watch it. Ooh, here's the part where the German guy gets a chain around his neck. Watch, honey, this is great. We don't know why. Godfather, Die Hard, I don't know. Who knows? Shawshank Redemption. I mean, there's certain movies. It's like, come on. I just watched that the other night. It's like, I got to watch it again. I own it, and I still watched it.